Hi friends! So we are still on our trek around the Arctic area, and we are on the Dempster highway, if you didn't catch that already. We thought we'd bring you kind of a summary of our experience so far. It's been really interesting. If you don't know much about the Dempster highway, it is a pretty long, pretty much dirt road all the way from
Stewart Crossing?
Yeah, southern mid Yukon all the way up to the Arctic Ocean. And it has a kind of an infamous reputation as being, you know, a rough road. In some ways it did live up to its name for us, but it was more circumstantial. The road in itself isn't terrible, and you guys know we're always on gravel, dirt, rock roads. We go on crazy adventures, so it wasn't too crazy for us. But we have had some crazy adventures along the way, so we thought we'd tell you guys some of the stories quick, give you an update. So let's see. So we drove up, well, let's see, we started, we had to actually turn around, go back, and then we finally made our way up, and there's a park called Tombstone, which was supposed to be really pretty. We haven't made it there yet. We're on our southern trek now. We've been up and back down. We went by, it was very pretty, but it was very rainy when we went through, so we might try to do some hiking on the way down if we have some better weather. We continued on, we did some camping along the route, and then we made it to the Arctic Circle. If you guys saw that video when we made it to the Arctic Circle. And that was super cool. And then shortly after that, we actually had to go over some mountain passes, and we had a little bit of snow happening at that point. And so as we climbed up the mountain pass, we're in the Arctic, so we expected it to be cold, but I didn't really expect it to be that snowy. So it was about whiteout conditions, and it got a little sketchy. The road here, when it gets any rain or snow on it, it's not frozen yet. This is fall. And so it gets like super slushy.
Yeah, it's just frozen dirt.
Well, wet dirt, pretty much. Well. Yeah, it's not frozen yet, so it's it's not the best to drive in. And
the truck's rutted out pretty well, which is not too much fun.
And and some of those spots are kind of, you know, like drop-offs on the side of the mountain, so it's kind of sketchy up there. But we had fun. We got out, we played in the snow. Of course, Kluani's favorite, so he was having a good time. And there's Kluani. We're just on a hike right now, just checking out some scenery. It's kind of cool here. I mean, you can just stop and pretty much route find. I mean, you don't need to have a trail.
It's actually snowing back there right now.
Yeah,
that was where we just came from. That's the mountain pass.
We got a storm.
It was a little better this time. There was no snow, and it was like still pretty warm.
Yeah, a bit better this time than coming up. So let's see. So what else?
Let's see. I haven't had any issues really with the vehicle besides when people try to pass you and kick up rocks. So we did have one chip in the windshield.
Yeah, we do have a chip in the windshield now.
And lovely, but
not because the road was bad, but yeah, because some people just think they're race car drivers on a dirt road. I don't know why, but they go ripping around you, and someone did, and they kicked up a rock and they broke our windshield. So
we saw a couple cars actually flipped over in the ditch. So
yeah,
I don't think they got too far in front of us.
I think they're probably going to stay there for a while. And
yeah,
the
there is no emergency vehicles on this road, as it says right when you drive onto it. So there's drive at your own risk, it says.
So then after that, we after the Arctic Circle, we got up to, it's the boundary of the Northwest Territories and the Yukon. So we entered into the Northwest Territories, and that was actually near the pass. So that's when it was really cold. We posted little short clips of like the snow and our pictures. It's interesting because the snow or the ice on the sign was like sideways from the wind. It got really windy. And we were freezing when we were making our videos and pictures and stuff up there. So we post all that, the short stuff on Facebook. So if you want to see those, just check it out there instead of having a bunch of short clips like that on YouTube. And then... So after that, we cruised on up, and there's a little Arctic town called Inuvik that we ended up hanging out in just a bit. And we went to we saw some of the research that they're doing at an institute they have up there, or just a little short event that we went to.
They had a little college there that you can go sit in on for free. So
yeah, one of the projects was about permafrost, and so that was kind of interesting. And we learned a bit about cultural history, and then we cooked dinner in the park and stuff like that. So so then we decided we're all the way up here. Let's just keep going. And the road actually now, I think as of last year, it's very recent. They finished it, and it goes up to a town called Tuktoyaktik. The locals seem to just call it Tuk for short. And that's on the Arctic Ocean. So we did make the drive. We did go to the Arctic Ocean and kind of dip a finger or a toe into it. We weren't really in the mood for swimming. It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
So we've made it to the Arctic Ocean now. So that was super cool. And again, yeah, now we're on our trek back down. The most interesting adventure that we've had on the trek back down has been that we were kind of stuck. We were stuck in the Arctic. And for a while there was a scare that we were going to be stuck for like maybe a week or at least 3 days, we were being told. So we were getting kind of nervous. I mean, we're good. We carry supplies and stuff and food, but I mean, we're kind of using our supplies. So it'd be all our dry food. And we were like, oh, you know, and then we wanted to do hiking and stuff before we have to get back down. It looks like winter's on its way, so we really didn't want to be stuck in the Arctic if winter's coming.
Yeah, their ferries closed down. They have 2 ferry crossings. You have to go across rivers because they don't have bridges. So you have to go across the ferries, and one closed because the river was too high, so that you actually wouldn't be able to get onto the ferry boat. So they closed it down at like 11 o'clock one day, and we didn't get there till that night. And they said it was going to be a couple days, so you had to pretty much figure out a way to stay in the area for the next couple days because you're stuck between 2 ferries.
Yeah.
Because the other ferry is just up the road, like I don't know, 20 minutes.
And we didn't want to go super far from it.
There's only one little town in between it, and there wasn't too much there.
No.
So it was.
So we went just like on this little pull off to camp for the night because yeah, again we had to keep coming back to the river to check the conditions because we had no way to check.
They didn't update it at all. Didn't
have much service. We got like a little bit. We went up on this hill and got like a little bit of service, and so we were able to post. So that's what we did, and that was cool. There we got to see a fox who came up and kind of checked us out, and they're super curious, so that was fun. Mm-hmm. So what else? Let's finish it. So Kluani's just kind of checking some stuff out, but I think we're good. So yeah, so we're on our way back down. That's about it. That's our summary. So it's been an adventure. I wrote a whole story up on the website, so I'll have more details there. And if we get into any more interesting adventures, we've also seen a few bears. If there's anything else, we'll just do a part 2 to this video. But that's been our adventure so far.
We still got like 14 more hours to go south.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty far up there. If you guys want some fun, map it out and look at some of those towns. But anyway. So, yeah, and in a couple months we'll be in Arizona. Isn't that crazy? So, all right, well, we'll see you next time, guys.
See ya.
Bye.